Originally, this video is going to be about deconstruction, and if Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 is a deconstruction, but that project seems to be too large to finish within a week. Although the script is halfway complete, it will be unlikely to finish this before the expected release. So, instead, I will take an analytical look at one of my favorite duels in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, Serena vs. Yugo. Minor spoilers ahead. Before the duel aired, I was afraid of how the duel would be handled, with previous duels featuring Serena being short, and the chances of Serena winning was very minimal at that point. However, the duel between Serena and Yugo is very entertaining, as well as developmental for the characters. The duel pits the dual philosophies of Serena and Yugo against each other to help shape their ideas of what dueling is to them. It shows it doesn't have to be a complete reversal, but a refining of their thinking that can include an expansion or specifications within their philosophy. Serena's philosophy is that dueling is a test of skill that people will use to prove their worth. This is displayed early in the first season, when she comes to the standard dimension of her own volition to prove to the professor that she can fight in the war. She wants people to recognize her as a great duelist because of her skills. When she learns the truth behind the professor's plans, she rejects him and joins the Lancers under Rage's recruitment for being skilled duelists. On the other hand, Yugo's philosophy for dueling is similar to Yuga's, that duels are fun but uses chance in his deck. Yugo's deck mirrors his personality with cards based off toys and games which he play with, similar to Yugo's childish behavior and mannerisms. The more symbolic cards he uses revolves around dice that he uses throughout his duels. Yugo's willing to risk it all to get what he wants, such as winning a duel, and even going as far to rescue Rin. Both characters have diverging philosophies on dueling that clash throughout the episodes 84 and 85. The duel starts with Yugo racing to the front after thinking Serena's comment is from Rin, and only summons one monster in attack position. Serena is disappointed after Yugo's turn because he is not as skillful as she expected him to be from his duel of Sawatari. On Serena's turn, she fusion summons Moonlight Cat Dancer, but Yugo interrupts her because of his name similar to the Japanese word for fusion, Yugo. She yells at him for interrupting her when it is her turn, and she thinks he is disrespectful. In this way, the duel sets the characters up by displaying the characters' personalities and the motives for dueling in the Friendship Cup. Yugo is immature, and the comment from Serena elevated his ego, because originally when Yugo and Rin said they would participate in the Friendship Cup, it would be so that they could have fun. Serena berates Yugo for interrupting her when she says the Japanese word for fusion, Yugo, yet is not impressed by Yugo's lackluster first turn. Serena's goal as a Lancer is to find strong duelists to recruit, but she also wants them to find duelists to test her skill. In the first few episodes of the Synchro Dimension arc, she is upset that the duelists she faced were not challenging. When she faces Yugo, he fails to impress her as he originally did with the duel against Sawatari, and she thinks he will not test her skills at all. The duel continues with Yugo using dice-related cards throughout his duel of Serena. This further establishes the clash of ideals between Yugo and Serena with his reliance on chance-related cards. Serena remarks that a duel based on luck is nothing but a game, and Yugo rebukes that is what makes duels fun. Serena wants a platform to test her skills, which is a strong part of her character. She wants results for her growth, and if the duels she faces are incompetent in her eyes, she will have lower expectations. Yugo honestly wants to have fun with his duels, which is something that may stem from Rin's reassurance in him of having fun and giving it his all. It isn't a bad way to duel in his eyes, yet he can be seen as inferior in the eyes of others. Something that occurs throughout the duel is John Michael-Roger's attempt at aiding Serena with action cards for changing the course layout. The first action card she gets, she thinks is weird but plays it. The second action card she picks up with skepticism on her face, and it is, coincidentally, the card called Miracle. Yugo remarks about how Lady Luck is on her side, that results in a stern look from Serena and causes him to lose his train of thought. She plays the card reluctantly to protect her monster from destruction. On the third action card, however, she rejects the assistance from Roger and does not pick up the card, but Yugo does, saying you should always grab at a chance if it is in front of you. She recognizes an outside source as helping her get the action cards and not want to accept cheating ways. The course constantly changing led to her assuming that something was off with her always getting an action card this way. As to why she did not pick up the action card emerges from her philosophy that dueling is a test of skill. Serena believes that she is an amazing duelist, and to her credit, she is. Her character rejecting the action card was staying true to her idea behind dueling. She wants to prove herself, and the fact someone outside may have led to her win is not fired by her ethics. The action card later comes back in the hands of Yugo for him to win the duel. At the end of the duel, Serena says the duel was fun and wishes Yugo the best of luck in the Friendship Cup. The duel between Serena and Yugo is an entertaining spectacle to behold. While it pits two duelists fighting for survival in the Friendship Cup, it provides an interesting look as to how people perceive dueling. People can go either way with believing dueling is either a serious test of skill or a fun game for people to enjoy. A common theme in Arc 5 is the characters constantly changing idea of what dueling is to them. Serena's duel against Yugo represents this theme very well. Her expansion of philosophy from dueling as a test of skill to include that duels can be fun as well as developmental. She can still believe duels proc the skills of duelists, but she learns duels can be fun from her duel of Yugo, and Yugo's words of duels are supposed to bring smiles to people. Thank you for watching an analytical look at Yugo Arc 5. If you have any comments or criticism as to how I can improve this series further, please leave your comments down below. As I mentioned originally, this episode is supposed to be Yugo Arc 5 in deconstruction. However, that series is going to be taking a little bit longer to complete. So please come back next episode where we'll be taking a look at anime spirit characters and your favorite characters, and as to how your psychology plays into choosing your favorites and how you idealize other characters.